Welcome back, Truth Seeker. It's January 6th, 2018. This past week, a lot of news about the upcoming book, Fire and Fury, which releases January 9th. One of the big stories within that book is how Ivanka Trump has plans to be the first female president. And that's a narrative we've been talking about a lot in light of her father, Donald Trump. Of course, there's the cartoon, The Simpsons. March 19th, 2000, they had the episode Bart to the Future. Donald Trump's the president. He has a disastrous presidency. Lisa Simpson becomes the first female president following him. Been talking about this cartoon for a couple years now. Want you to see what's interesting in the language of gematria about the name Lisa Simpson and the name Ivanka Trump. Using the four base ciphers, the two names are a perfect overlap. Lisa Simpson in reduction, 47. Same with Ivanka Trump. Lisa Simpson in reverse full reduction, 70. Same with Ivanka Trump. You can see it on the screen. English ordinal, 146 for Lisa. Same with Ivanka. 151 for Lisa in reverse ordinal. Same with Ivanka. Perfect match. We see these pairings with words that have major relationships. Look at witch and broom. And I'll just come down here so it's easier to see. Notice witch and broom. Perfect matches in all four ciphers. Words that go together have major relationships. Gavel, judge. You know, a gavel's what a judge used to bang down to get order in the court. Judge and gavel. Perfect overlap in gematria. The latest Supreme Court justice sworn in April 7th, 4-7. Plus a whole lot more. Things we covered when it was going on. This code, it's bigger than letters than numbers. This code is how the New World Order tyrants operate by. And the New World Order controls everything on television. Everything on television outside of public access is encoded in this language. Every cartoon, every movie, every news story, every sports game, everything. The New World Order does everything by this code. This is letters, numbers, dates, and the calendar. And in case you're new here, to understand these four base ciphers, very simple. A is the first letter in the alphabet. English ordinal is the alphabetic order. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, up to Z is 26. And notice, A is 1 in ordinal, A is 26 in reverse ordinal. Reverse ordinal is the alphabetic order backwards. So Z is 1 in reverse ordinal. In English ordinal, and then in English ordinal, Z is 26. Reflections of each other. These reductions are just numerology. Notice English ordinal, Z is 26. In reduction, 2 plus 6 is 8. You know, Y is the 25th letter in reduction. 2 plus 5 is 7. Starts at J, the 10th letter. You know, J is 10. In reduction, 1 plus 0 is 1. So it's just the rules of numerology. What I always recommend if you're new here and you want to learn this language is just remember the letters A through Z, 1 through 26. If you can remember that, everything's just a simple math calculation to get the rest of the values. If you know that J is 10 with the alphabetic order, the formula to find the reverse is just take 27 and minus the alphabetic order placement. So 27 minus 10, J is 17 in reverse. K is the next letter, 11. So you know in reverse, K is going to be 16. 27 minus 11 is 16. You see? L, 27 minus L, which is 12, 15. You see? And there's just the rules of numerology for each method. But these are your four base ciphers. This is what you want to learn. This is where the majority of the knowledge is. As for Lisa Simpson and Ivanka Trump both summing to 47, remember that's the big number with the presidency. On the night of the rigged selection, Donald Trump was in the 47-story Midtown Hilton Hotel. Not arbitrarily. President 47, White House 47, government 47, authority 47, Trump 47. Barack Obama, the last president, became president at age 47. Also notice Lisa's wearing purple in this. We were talking about this way before the election happened. And then the night Hillary came out to concede to Donald Trump, her and Bill both in purple. Not coincidentally. Purple sums to 88 with the alphabetic order, just like Trump. Remember, just before the election, 88 retired generals endorsed Trump. The episode where Lisa Simpson becomes president in purple is called Bart to the Future, 88. you know? You had Donald Trump come out to Queens, we are the champions. 88 days from the Queen's birthday. Queen Elizabeth, purple the color of royalty, royal bloodlines always in the White House. Elizabeth 88. And don't be the person in the comments going, well, what about Obama? All of you who say, what about Obama, like he's not bloodline, you don't even pay attention to anything. The mainstream media put out all sorts of articles when he first became president about how many former presidents he's related to. Several. Like all the presidents. They're all bloodline, every single one of them. You see? You see? 88 days from Queen Elizabeth's birthday, Donald Trump comes out to Queen at his GOP convention. You see? Been talking about this all along the way. I kept saying, what was I saying the whole time? I was saying everything in the numbers is lining up for Trump to be the president, but I just couldn't accept it. It just seemed like too ridiculous of a person for them to put in. But they did. They did. Just like the Simpsons predicted. Now also, remember this about Ivanka. I was talking about this on the inauguration. Ivanka equals 58. It was the 58th presidential inauguration. It was on a date with 58 numerology. They hired the 58-year-old Steve Ray to lead the ceremonies. Donald Trump announced he was running for president from the 58-story Trump Tower. Remember, Ivanka 58, Freemasonry 58, Secret Society 58, Solomon's Temple 58, Washington 58, United States 58. Again, Hillary put out a book called What Happened 58 to explain how she lost the election. Freemasonry is an all-men's club. You know, there were 44 kings of ancient Israel. Donald Trump's number 45, but he's only the 44th person to be president. Grover Cleveland was number 22 and number 24. 44 kings of Israel, United States of America's New Jerusalem, Freemasonry all-men's club. What happened? Well, we see what happened. You see? Now you got Michael Wolff with the double F on his name coming out with Fire and Fury. F and F, Fire and Fury. Wolff with the double F. Look at those 58 and Michael Wolff. They're saying the book's all propaganda. It absolutely is. Everything is lies and propaganda to keep the ongoing narrative and discussion and bickering and nonsense and distraction going. 113 is the number of mainstream 113, deception, dishonest 113, not true 113, fiction 113, bullshit 113, and so much more. 113, the number of lies. But Michael Wolff, 58, definitely not coincidental. Bart to the Future, it was season 11, episode 17. We're going to get to why that matters. March 19th, 2000. This date interesting for multiple reasons. The date can be written 19/3, a lot like 193. That's the 44th prime number. Donald Trump became the 44th person to be president. Masonic equals 319, Lucifer 319, Lucifer the light, Masonry the pursuit of light. March 19th, 2000, it was also a date with numerology of 42. DC equals 42, Freemason 42, Lady 42, Female 42, Bitch 42, a big theme, the first female president. March 19th is typically the 78th day of the year, but 2000 was a leap year, so this was the 79th day of the year. Notice Ivanka Trump and Lisa Simpson both also 79. What are the odds? The Synagogue of Satan, 79. The false Jews. The people who we call Jewish, meaning not really. Jewish, 88. You know, that's who controls your media. That's who controls your government. That's who controls your money. That's who primarily operates by this code. So, with regards to season 11, episode 17, 11 times 17 is 187. And here's another thing that I talked about all year. I said if Trump becomes president, remember this right here. This is crucial. His convention, where he came out to Queen and We Are the Champions, 88 days after the Queen's birthday, that was July 18th, 18/7. From that day to Inauguration Day was a span of 187 days. 187. There's 187 chapters in the Torah where the Kabbalah code comes from, letters and numbers. Notice Washington, D.C. equals 187. So does George Washington. So does ancient accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, which has its headquarters in Washington, D.C. So does Society of Jesus, which used to control that territory. It used to be the Catholic colony, while D.C. is between Virginia and Maryland. Donald Trump's a Jesuit, so is the Pope. The Society of Jesus are the Jesuits. The Pope's birthday, December 17th, to Trump's birthday, June 14th, is a span of 187 days each year. Their birthdays 187 days apart. Jesuit order equals 144. Donald Trump and the Pope were together May 24th, the 144th day of 2017. Also, worth mentioning, March 19th, the day of this episode, Donald Trump, first female. Ivanka wants to be the first female president. I don't think Trump's presidency is going to last one term. The only thing that I think about with him lasting past one term is the fact that his name equals 88, and if he served 2 terms, it would be 8 years, like 3/8. And if he did serve 8 years, if that happens, I don't think it's going to happen. But if it did happen, he would be 78 when he left office. He'd be 78 years old, just like how March 19th is typically the 78th day of the year. Scottish Rite has gematria of 78, so does Jesuit, you know. He is a Scottish Rite Freemason. He is a Jesuit. Could we have 8 years of Trump? It's possible. Could his daughter follow right after him as the president? In this nation, absolutely possible. You know, the last 2 Republican presidents were father and son. Bush Jr. and Bush. And Bush Jr., George W., is born July 6th, which is the 187th day of the year. And how interesting that George Washington died at age 67, like the way the date July 6th is written, 6/7, you know? George W., 187th day of the year. Understand all these people who know how to create by the numbers, code by the numbers. It's because they were indoctrinated. They were educated in this. The writer of The Simpsons is Matt Groening, born Matthew Abraham Groening. Reminds me of the patriarch for the Abrahamic religions, 187. 187 chapters in the Torah where it all begins. But anyway, Matthew Groening, look at his full name. Matthew Abraham Groening. Look at the numbers on this name. You know, 119, this is the guy who had the predictive programming for September 11th. But even more important than the 119 is the 223. Masonic 223, the Synagogue of Satan 223. It isn't hard to see. 106, number of authority. This is how he knows how to do it, old Matt Groening. Cartoon set in Springfield, 119. Just like how last year they had the Simpsons episode about Tom Brady and the Patriots. And it came out exactly 119 days before the Super Bowl. On the same day Tom Brady came back from his scripted suspension. It's a joke. It's all a joke, just like I showed last year. Chalk up the Patriots for another Super Bowl. It couldn't have been any more clear after that episode. Everything in this nation is scripted. Everything. And I still remember the episode name of that. The Town. That's what it was called. That was the one with Tom Brady, Simpsons, 119 days before the Super Bowl. It was called The Town 33. That day, the Patriots played Cleveland, Bill Belichick's old team, 33. They won with 33 points. Then later that night, you got The Town on about the Simpsons and Tom Brady. All a script. Undeniable. All a big tribute to Tom, 33. See how it goes? Tom wears number 12, not arbitrarily. So this is how it works. This is the nation you live in. I also want to take a moment to promote a new blog, new Gematria blog. I'm always asking people to create their own Gematria blogs and document what they see and do the research. Anyone can do this. This is a brand new blog just created. This is the 4th post. And thanks to this new person, you know, he inspired me to make this post. He started his own decode. He did good work. What I recommend for this person, though, is just to stick to the base ciphers. It's just even more He's just showing how many different overlaps there are and how many ciphers, which is also very interesting. And I'll link this calculator down below. If you want to open up more ciphers, you have all these options down here. If you want to do them all, they'll all pop up. You can see what all the values are for each word. But I recommend just sticking to those base 4 if you're new. But very interesting post here. Very good work. I like all the color coding. That'll probably help people. But I'm encouraging everyone. Go out and create a gematria blog. It's free to start a blog. You want to get good at this research? All of you who are into the sports, just start documenting what you see in sports and follow the patterns. You learn from documenting and doing the work. Anytime you do something, you get a lot more from it than watching somebody else do it. You could watch a master carver shape something, out of a log, build all these things. You could watch your whole life. And you might learn a lot, but you're not going to learn as much as if you're actually doing it yourself. You got to do it too. So we'll leave it there. Till next time, True Seekers.